regular switch here. Let's see. I like to start with the Phillips, tiny Phillips screws. So we're going to do that. Put them to the side. Alright, I think there's one more. I know there's one more. Right under the kickstand. And goes there. Alright, now we're going to switch the head to a tri-wing. It's the three there. And we will take off these four back screws. This one. A little bigger. Let's see. Might just be that screw actually. Kind of weird. Sometimes there's some gunk in people's screws. Yeah, because this one's coming off fine. There we go. Alright. Switch over to that small Phillips again. That's the one. I really like this company. Jurist, they're called. This comes with all these little heads, precision screwdriver kit, but not sponsored. Just really, it was like $10, and yeah, really good on Amazon. Let's see. Oh yeah, I didn't do these guys. Rookie mistake. I always get confused with the OLEDs and regular. This is a regular switch, V1-V2. I want to say on OLEDs it's the middle. I think for these it's these ones. Let's see. I want to say it's these guys. As long as you have like the top two, it's alright. Let's see if this one. No, I think this one too. I need the middle. Yeah, as long as you have some of them in so they don't flop around when you take it off. Someone texted me. Let's see. So today, normally I use my microscope for the OLEDs or the lights, but I've gotten so good at doing the regular ones and doing these, humble brag, doing these switches. I don't even really think I need the microscope, and obviously I test with the multimeter, make sure everything's good, but yeah, can usually tell, even though my vision's not, it's fading in my 30s, but it's still pretty good, I guess. Let's see. Alright, so I'll take this little guy out, the SD card reader. Simple enough. Pop it out. Just be careful. Make sure you evenly take that out, because I've had people come to me where they either break this or they break a pin in there, and if you do that, it's not fun. There's certain parts on here that are pretty common that you know, you're like, oh well, the way they designed it, or I mean we are opening it up and everything, but sometimes certain things just break, and I think the Joy-Con sides, these rails, they call them Joy-Con rails, they often need replacements from people either messing with them, or someone trying to mod, or just making a mistake when soldering. So that's a thing. Or they mess up the connector. Sometimes they don't always read right too, where you can clean the inside with some icy profile, but doesn't always do the trick. So these are cheap though. They're like, I think you can buy a 2-pack for like $8 or something. I've done that for people, not too hard. I've replaced digitizers, LCDs. I don't really like doing, but I can. Let's see, I think that's all of them. These are under there. Let's see. Sometimes the thermal paste just gets a little stuck on there. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, see, big glob. And always disconnect the battery first. I like to go from this angle. Try not to make contact with other things, because it's always a little sketchy with the battery. You never know if there's something flowing through there. And then, you create a short and you could totally mess up your console. It's hard to do, it's unlikely, but it's possible. And it's the same with the electricity, like I was talking to a guy in smart home automation, AV, which is what I was doing for a day job for a bit. Still do it a bit here and there, but contract work. But yeah, he had a wrench, and he was taking out a dimmer, like a Lutron dimmer, and there's black, white, and green. You're hot, neutral, and ground. Just the ground, bare wire, copper wire. So yeah, my mistake. And he created a short by accidentally touching both tips of the pliers or wrench together with both ends of, I think, a ground and a hot or something like that. But no, I'm not focused. But yeah, don't want to create shorts. So there we go. I like to put this just back where that little plate was, so that thermal paste gets freaking everywhere. So these are rounded, so they don't scratch as easily. I like doing this. Kind of go from this angle too. I know a lot of people use a needle, or I'm a little different in this one. I kind of like just prying at the corners, and then once I get enough corners, it kind of just comes easily. I might get my pointy ones actually, just because it sometimes makes it a little easier. Let's see. There we go. Yep, that's it. Let's see if we can get the next one too. Yep. Try not to bend it too much, but you know. It's going to be compressed anyways, so once the heat sinks back on there and the plate and everything. Alright, I think we're about there. Come on. Get this side. There we go. And it just pops off. Yeah, not too bad. I didn't bend it too bad. And like I said, it'll just, not a big deal. I like getting this speaker wire out of the way. It always gets, when you do the ground right there, it kind of always gets in the way. This might be my last regular V2. V1-V2. Alright, before I fully open this, I will pop this guy off very carefully. This is your onboard storage. So I kind of like to disconnect it a little bit right here first, where the actual connector is, just in case. And then I kind of go in over here and get this part, because it's always freaking stuck on there with this really sticky tape that they put on in the factory. As you can see, I'm kind of prying it off there, so that's good. Yep. Yeah, not too hard. Just be careful right there. Do not want to mess that up. Yep, we're good. And then this part, you can use isopropyl too, but kind of just, so you get a little bit of a pry in there, and then you kind of, yeah, this stupid tape, I hate it. Alright. Alrighty. Now I need a Q-tip, definitely clean. Also, I can scrape it off with a toothpick as well. Let's see. I like doing that first, actually. Kind of get the bulk of it. Just don't scrape too hard. Kind of go around those little chips there. Where's my trash? It's all the way over there. Crap. I'll just put it on the table. I don't care. For the sake of the video. Yeah, it's usually pretty dried up. Come on. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Here we go. Alright, so now Q-tip, isopropyl, rubbing alcohol, whatever you want to call it. This little guy out of there. NVIDIA chip. Alrighty. It's better to get these as clean as possible because this is kind of where you're going to be soldering, so. Alright, I think I'm pretty content there. It's easy to get lost in that. Alright, here's my big boy connector, the V1-V2s. I like just popping it in there, why not? Get a little click. And then, so if I have a V1 or V2, it's different. This is, see that little crooked one? That does not line up. So this is indeed a V2. And then we want this guy to go under there. It's been a while. I've done the V1. I had some OLEDs. Actually, it hasn't been too long. Some people like pressing down on here too, just to make sure it lines up when you do solder it down. Vision is not as good, but I have confidence in my ability. And you can also do these first, but it just depends. I think I'll do the grounds first. Yeah, these guys. I think it's funny, some people call it Earth. I don't know if that's like a international thing or some people in the US call it that, but I'm in the US, but yeah, I don't know, some people call it Earth. I guess ground and earth, they're similar, right? Alright. Where's my flux at? There it is. I don't know why I have these wire strippers right here. Let's get them out of here. Okay. So these syringe fluxes are the best. Like, I used to work with this cheap Radio Shack stuff, and it was fine. It was good flux. It was not in a syringe. It was like in a little tub. And I used to like use it with a toothpick and just kind of dab it on things. When I was first starting to solder, when I was like 15, and I'm 31 now. And I was doing Xbox 360s, mods and repairs, and controller mods, LED mods, the power on mods, all those LEDs, the SMDs, and it would have really helped me if I had a good quality syringe flux. So yeah, kind of, you live and learn. And it was still new. But yeah, really helps. Louis Rossman on YouTube, he's great. I really like his stuff and his takes. But yeah, he's like, add more flux, just more, which very true. However, you have to be careful in some situations, depending on the circumstance. I think I might have to redo that one, but it's okay. A bit too much solder, but let's take some off. Can't really see my sponge over there, but I do have a sponge. I'm cleaning my iron's tip. It's not. Not my best work so far, but camera shy. Alright, let's see. Let's check our work. The multimeter. I know I have it. I just always like double checking. Work. Come on. Let's see. Okay, I want to clean up. That end a little bit. So, just to be nice and neat. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so now put this guy back over there. And then normally I test without the thermal paste first, but I'm just gonna put the thermal paste on. Oh, yeah, I forgot another important part. So two things. We must bend this up. So right where this cable is going, it's like right around here usually. Done enough of them, I know. Some people like to cut it off. I'm usually bending it. Yeah, that should be good. So I'll add my thermal paste. Please don't criticize me. Everyone loves to talk shit on thermal paste. Okay. Alright, it's clicking in there, that's good. I should have done that first actually. Oops. Alright. Oopsies. Come on. So where's our guy over here? Have that latch up. This part's always kind of annoying. You can also just do this. match. Okay, cool. And then that bad boy clicks in. Alright, let me get my Kapton tape. That's why I had these over here. That's like my little scissors. Let's see. My actual scissors. It's just so none of the contacts short. Have any issues? Okay, that's good. Sometimes I do it a little cleaner, but good enough for me. Alright, shall we? Let's cut this too, just so we have it. Right over there. Okay. Alright. So it looks like that. We'll do that after the heatsink. First, let's just try powering it on. Get it all in there. Let's try powering it on. Blue, blue, blue. Green. Successful. Didn't even have to use the magnifying glass. That's right. Alright. Still have to connect that to later. Alright, so let's do heatsink. Alright. Should like slide in place here. Come on. Alright. Now. These screws in there. Reassembly time. That's these guys. Alright. Put this guy back in. Make sure he's in there good. Yep, feel a little click pop thing. Alright. Is this lined up? Oh, oops. Put that fucking screen there. Yeah, it should latch into there too. See that? Kind of like clipped into there. Alright, almost done. I like to test it too, once I have it all assembled. Yep, still good. Alright, let's do the top and bottom first. And then we'll do the rails. So this is the top screw. I'm gonna press the two plates together too, so it latches in. Cool. Oh no. Always happens. These ones aren't as magnetic, if at all. These little black screws. Cool. And do the rails. Also, just a pro tip, always use something like this to protect your surface so you don't scratch your screen or the client's screen. It's the worst thing that could happen. this little one too. Alright, switch your tips. And then do the tri-wings back. Alright, that's it. Fully completed Switch V2 V1 mod. Alright, let's power it on again. There you go. Alright, let's head over to the computer now.